welcome back to the UK's Strongest Man.
Before the break, I don't know about you, Sam, but we witnessed one hell of an event. It was the awesome railway sleeper hold. Let's see what's next. Let's get it from Sven.
Next event, the truck push. Starting off with this minibus, pushing that 10 meter down to the finish line, and then moving over to the skip lorry, pushing that 10 meter to the finish line. And at last, this 20-ton lorry, all the way 10 meter down to the finish line. They have 90 seconds to complete the event. Fastest time wins.
Well, it's a big one for Lee Allen. Failed on the railway hold, so needs to do well here. I wonder what his thoughts are.
This is the third year here, and each year I've put a stone on, but I still seem to be the smallest here. Just have to keep coming back and trying to get bigger and stronger. Feel stronger, but the standard keeps getting better, so you have to keep getting stronger. There's no excuse.
Well, Jeff, how would you approach this event?
Well, I'd put on about 10 stone if it was me, Stuart, but I think the problem is he's just not big enough, you know, to actually move these things from a standing start. And that's always a problem when you've got to create this inertia to get the weight moving, being a small guy.
He's doing quite well here, though, but this is the 10-ton. And now he comes across to 15 tons, the skip lorry. Now then, what about changing technique as it gets heavier?
Well, again, Stuart, as it gets heavier, you do change. You've got to create that inertia to start with and then get a technique going to keep the weight moving.
Well, it's 1582 on the first of the pushes over 10 metres, the back of the lorry going across the line. You'll probably hear the whistle in the background as he achieves it. There it is.
Now comes the big boy. So he's going to have a problem here, I think.
43.66 the official time for the skip. Now 20 tons.
Well, straight away, Stuart here is holding his breath, and the things that we learnt very early on when we used to do strongman, in many other events as well, in athletics, you have to breathe. You've got to put the oxygen into your system.
He's got short strides, one would expect that. Look at him right on his toes, driving those quads into it, getting the shoulder into it. He's doing quite well, actually. It's not going particularly quickly, but he's moving it quite well.
Well, he's already achieved it, and well done.
1 minute 20.34. Big crowd here. Look at that. Almost 10 deep around this arena. Great deal of interest. A real weekend here in Belfast. Just a little look at Lee Allen again. Good early on, got good leg speed and good technique. But when it came to the big lorry, well, that was a different proposition. It was tough. Well, Jay Hughes, bigger in stature, 6'2", over 20 stone. Now then, Jeff.
Well, again, Stuart, the inertia is the key. He's a big boy, and obviously he gets a much quicker start than the last competitor, so he's well on his way.
Yeah, Lee Allen was 15.82. It's 12.38 going on to the 15-ton skip.
Yeah, and did you see that he actually sprinted between the two vehicles? So he's not wasting any time whatsoever and getting the legs bumping, and also the breathing is paramount. Like I said previously, he's getting a great combination together, getting the air in so that it doesn't create this lactic acid that we know is a killer.
35.94 for that. Now then, the big lorry back into it as one would expect to get it moving. He may well turn on it, or will he?
It's also interesting, Stuart, that they've got different footwear. He's using mountain climbing boots to create that extra grip.
It really is good. There it is. The back over, and it's under a minute. It's 59.5. Well, that's the lead, and that's the target for the rest. That is tough. A little look again and how the technique manifests itself. As Jeff was saying, sprinting across. Good control. Look how fast he's breathing. And that's a point that Jeff was making earlier on, getting the oxygen into those muscles. A little more anaerobic. Now then, the crowd have seen one of the best. Now then, here's a man. Glenn Ross won the first event, the railway hold. He is the champion for the last 2 years. He's won it, 5 years over the years, in fact. And he's going to be a real threat. You're right, he is a bit lighter.
He is lighter, but when you think about it, Glenn is an old stager there. He knows the techniques well. He's getting well tucked into the implement, into the truck, I should say, not an implement. And off he goes again. So again, it's getting that start going, get the inertia and stick it in. He's using the same technique on the second vehicle as well, Stu.
Yeah, and once you get it moving, you don't let it stop. You mustn't let it stop.
Exactly, but I'd like to see him a little bit quicker between the vehicles and not waiting for the vehicle, the whistle blowing. He's struggling now. Obviously, he's getting a little bit tired.
13.47, 39.35 going into the lorry, the big one now then.
He's got it moving and he's away, so the weight should carry him through. Stu, he is 26 stone.
It really is just switch off the pain barrier. Just get stuck in, make those legs go, make them keep going. He is spent, absolutely spent.
I think it's a time that you don't want to be there, Stu.
A little look again, incidentally, 1 minute 5.44 was the time for the 20-ton lorry. So he's not going to win this one. Jay Hughes is the leader thus far. Well, James Finnley next up, did well on the first event, the railway hold.
This year I won Republic of Ireland's Strongest Man. I came first in that, and then following on from that I came second in the All Ireland Strongest Man. Dave Warner beat me in that, so but I came as the top 3 in that competition. I qualified for the UK, so luckily enough I was in the top 3, which worked out for me. So obviously I'm here now, ready for this.
Well, the accent tells you that it's about England versus Wales versus Scotland versus Ireland. It's very much a UK competition now. Finnley second place on the first of the... Oh, he's broken that light, Jeff.
Yeah, that'll cause a problem, I think. He should have gone centre of the vehicle, because you shouldn't push on a corner, Stu, because you're pushing at an angle.
I just wondered if he's damaged there at all. Onto the second of the vehicles. The first one, 14.97, so not as quick as Jay Hughes. He has cut his shoulder. Look at that. It's a bad cut.
It's quite deep, and it could cause a big problem. And mentally as well, don't forget. As soon as you get injured, mentally it affects you.
Well, that was 37.87. He had a little look there at his shoulder. He knows he's got a problem, and it's bleeding quite badly.
He's going quite well though, Stu. He's a good athlete. He's in good physical shape, but that cut looks quite bad.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? He's still going for it though. Oh, look at that, he says. It's 59.31, and his overall time, he's won it, in fact. He's the leader.
Yeah, but it could cause him a problem in the next few events, Stu.
He's very, very quick between the vehicles, isn't he? And that makes a difference. But that injury, well, we'll see. Oh, what a shame. Well, I'm not surprised. It looks as though he's getting substantial treatment to that cut. Well, that really is a problem for him. Right, Lewis McLean, you're next up. What can you do? Well, certainly he's more athletic in stature, Jeffrey. He hasn't got the bulk of the rest of them. But he has got a 52-inch chest. He's 18.5 stone.
Well, he's started well. He's got his shoulder well tucked into the centre of the vehicle. Like I said previously, Stuart, you've got to push it dead centre, and he's actually running with it. So he's good between the vehicles as well. So that's a good start.
Well, that's the fastest time thus far, 12.06.
So it's a progressive thing, Stuart. As the weights get heavier, he's a lighter man, so it gets more and more difficult. But he's doing very, very well on the second vehicle as well.
Yeah, fatigue's certainly going to build in, isn't it?
As long as he breathes, he's breathing quite well there, and he's just completed that run.
Yeah, that was a good one as well, 36.29.
He's turned his back to the big one, So he pushed the two first ones frontal. Now he's changing again when he got the vehicle going.
Yeah, he's got to keep it going. He's overcome the inertia of it, and now look at the breathing that's going on. It's terrific. Technically, very, very good indeed. He's got good lean. He's got good drive on the legs.
Very good, and he's finished. Well done.
Just over the minute. Well, just looking at that, James Finnley, actually the winner, with Jay Hughes in second and Lewis McLean in third. But the big man, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit close. I found out James only beat me by about, what, 1900 of a second?
Yeah, exactly, 1900 of a second. So he's looking strong in this championship, and then something terrible happens. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's looking very strong in this. I've never actually seen him before, so I was not surprised because anything happened in this game. But it's definitely a shame in one respect, but victory's a victory if he's not here.
Well, let's just confirm those results. James Finnley there, 59.31, 8 points. Jay Hughes, Lewis McLean, Glenn Ross, Richard Smith, Mark Westerby, Mark Lawson and Lee Allen. There are their scores. Well, there's the overall situation. James Finnley, Glenn Ross, Jay Hughes, Mark Lawson, Mark Westerby, Lewis McLean and Lee Allen, 7th and 8th.
So Dan, James Finnley's arm after that, pretty gruesome or what?
Oh my God, it just shows anything can happen in the UK strongman competition. They are without a doubt the toughest of the tough.
And he still managed to win the event, which is absolutely incredible. Let's see more exciting stuff after the break.